Good morning to all you YouTubers and my favorite, you Plusers. Today, the subject is more on spirituality and religion. Yeah. Just mostly to give you all a better feeling of where I come from, where I stand on the subject, so you know why I feel how I do and where I come at subjects. Um, I am a religious man, but I think more and more I call myself spiritual. And that's because I like to embody everybody in my talks, in my life, agnostic, atheist, everybody. I don't like anybody who hates people. And as far as I can go is I can say I don't like. I don't appreciate the word hate. I don't believe that that's out there. But let me start with something that it isn't what kicked it off. I was tossing around a couple of subjects today, and then a post today that I've shared kicked it off that I think I need to talk about spirituality today. Is a friend, a Jewish friend, put out a post about a drug raid in, I believe, Israel, that got stopped because as they went to do the drug raid, they came in and they had a mole there, a mole I think they're called, doing a circumcision, and they halted the drug raid to continue the circumcision, and then they continued the drug raid. Two things I'm against: drug raids and circumcisions. And this kind of hits on the two subjects I wanted to talk about: religion and freedom, drugs, the police, the bullshit. And trolling and all that kind of stuff, our freedom of being able to express ourselves. So I went on to this post of my friends and just said the two things that I don't agree with: mutilation of the human body and drug raids. To which I have, and that's exactly how I put it, to which I've been summarily attacked by so far three of his Jewish friends, to which each one of them I've told, I don't know you. One of them I will congratulate him for having gone to my profile, but he took a quote of mine out of context and said that about my own, I like to let things be and let people be, and not to troll. And yeah, I wasn't trolling. I am on that man's friends list, and he posted publicly. He gave no instruction as to how he wants his comments. He posted publicly about a difficult subject. He should expect that people will comment. And I was careful about my comments. So that's how I went back. I did not insult anybody, even though three people insulted me. And I said, leave it to Phil. Phil, though, came back and said, you talk about mutilation. What if I came onto your post and told you that you were an evil, horrible... Well, hold on. Yeah, I'd call you a troll if you came onto my post and called me evil and horrible, but I didn't do that. Let's stick to reality. I came onto your post and talked about the subject you said, and I didn't call anybody anything. So let's just, if you I can't help that you take my words and expand them into something that I didn't mean. I can't control what definition you place on my words when they're completely unbeknown to me. Unknown to me. Sorry. Anyways, so that's what kicked it off. You can look that up. It's out there. But now the history of my religious life. I love that my father raised me as a United Presbyterian Protestant. Growing up, he's a spiritual man, not religious, because he grew up in a difficult life. And he wanted us to learn enough about God. So he took us to Sunday school until we said we don't want to go anymore. And then he stopped. So we had our basis. As I became a teenager and saw that, for me, a teenager was 11. I started that. I started growing my hair. I got in a rock band, and that was the beginning of my awakening. And I didn't see God. I didn't see God in my life growing up. But I didn't not see him. I was very agnostic growing up. Very agnostic. I accepted that some people probably believe, some people don't. I didn't care much. And but then I met a woman who had the child, and I adopted the child and married the woman. And through that, I took Bible study and became a Seventh-day Adventist. In that, I found God. I became born again. I was the true born again. The born again. The holier than thou. I want to talk to everybody about God. Thank goodness that didn't stay with me long. It's too bad. Why? Because I had a very bad marriage and I was abused. So I just didn't see the shine went off the ring very fast, but I still had faith. I think it was from that point. No, it was from that point that things got a little worse, and I went through a period of about 5 years of total atheism. Not hatred, just I shut everything down. That's where I believe in real atheism. You just don't believe, you don't care. You move on with your life. It's not agnostic, it's atheism. You don't care. You don't believe. He isn't there, so you move on. The atheists that are in this program, that are in G+, that are in Reddit, that are all over the place, those aren't atheists. Those are anti-theists. Those are people who fight God. Because inside them, I think they truly believe and they're afraid. Because they don't know and they're scared to ask. Real atheists don't give a shit. I didn't. But then I found God again. After losing my wife, after taking the kids and getting rid of my wife, not in any evil way, I found him again, and I've kept him ever since. But since then, I took my kids to a Baptist church, and then I can't even remember what religion that was. It was some kind of Baptist, Second Baptist, whatever. I raised my kids in that same way my dad did for me. You know, Sunday school, once they got bored, we all got out of it. But the seed was there. Enough. And yes, I've read the Bible 3-4 times. Don't believe much of it. I believe it's a manual. But Then I let my kids find their own way. I'm older now. I married a Russian woman. I learned an awful lot about Russian Orthodox faith, and I've been baptized into that. So I've been baptized 4 times in my life. I've also studied the Quran. I've studied Buddha. I have faith. I am spiritual. I believe. Do I practice? No. Well, yeah, I do. I practice pieces of many different faiths. So when I have somebody like a Jewish person telling me, you don't understand my faith and why we circumcise, well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. There's a lot of the Jewish faith that I understand, appreciate, and love, and there's parts that I don't appreciate and don't agree with almost every religion. And that's why I can really embrace some of it and give up on some of it and all that. And I can really hug and love all you atheists out there, but not you anti-theists. People who go out there directly to hate other people, which is what brought up this whole thing. It was not that post this morning, it was last week when I found Chick-fil-A entered Canada with their first restaurant here in Calgary at our airport. Makes no sense. Again, here's our government, the Canadian government's really stepping up to try to be US-like. Allowing a US chain, sure, we could have some more US chains here. What about Jack in the Box? But they allow Chick-fil-A. If they're going to let one in, why Chick-fil-A? And why at an airport? If they're going to let somebody who they know is going to bring protesting, anger, difficulty, why let them put their first restaurant in an airport, international airport? There's something behind this. I know that's my conspiracy theory, but I'm fighting it because I love spiritual people. I can't stand people who use their spirituality to hurt or undermine any other form of us. We're all people. So, peace to everybody. I've rambled. It's Monday. What the heck? I think my headache is gone. So I'm back to the rambling gourd. Maybe that should be the name of my new channel. Still looking for that. So if you got any suggestions, put them down. Take care. Love you all. Peace and harmony.